a different type of wave right now. I'm all the way me, let's get it. Phone charge, 100%. I'm in the building like I pay the rent. I ain't the best, you got me bent. They cannot see me like I'm a high 10. I'm a high 10, I'm a high 10. Smelling good, check out the scent. Too strong, open the vent. Too clean, get off the lint. They wanna ride. I can tell how they looking at me when I pass by and I smile. So they say she wanna get with me, that ain't my style. One girl with me and you know she go wild. Back, don't touch, keep your hands off. Hey, he different. When I walk up in the building, they be like, he different. I do what I do, not what you do, so they like, he different. Don't call me this, don't call me that, but you can call me different. Yeah, you know I'm different. Yeah, you know I'm different. When I walk up in the building, they be like, he different. I do what I do, not what you do, so they like, he different. Don't call me this, don't call me that, but you can call me different. Yeah, you know I'm different. Yeah, you know I'm different. Every week I hit the mall, I bought like the Pistons. I keep coming back to back, they know I'm too consistent. Ringo, stop playing with him. Phone charge, 100%. I'm in the building like I pay the rent. I ain't the best, you got me bent. They cannot see me like I'm a high 10. I'm a high 10, I'm a high 10. Smelling good, check out the scent. Too strong, open the vent. Too clean, get off the lint. They wanna ride, better yet they wanna drive. I let you have everything if you show me that you ain't foul. I ain't seen realness in a while. I ain't seen real hair in a minute. She say she gon' leave her man alone, cause he ain't really about his business. She told me she needs somebody that's different. When I walk up in the building, they be like, he different. I do what I do, not what you do, so they like, he different. Don't call me this, don't call me that, but you can call me different. Yeah, you know I'm different. Yeah, you know I'm different. When I walk up in the building, they be like, he different. I do what I do, not what you do, so they like, he different. Don't call me this, don't call me that, but you can call me different. Yeah, you know I'm different. Yeah, you know I'm different.
Hey, y'all know this is Tiger from 106. Keep it a beam, man. You know what we do here. We keep it funky. We keep it fresh. And you know we different, bro. I keep telling you, we different. We always going to be different because that's who we are, man. Not that we're better. We're just different. I love you guys, man. Thank you for another therapy session. I don't own the rights to that music, but I just thought it was appropriate to kind of usher in part 2 of why black people hate everything about slavery except Christianity. I just thought this being different spoke volumes because I'm different. I've always felt why I didn't, fit in, even within my own family. I'm different. I am. Not that I'm better. I just see the world differently. I see us differently. I'm just different. Man, excited to be here again to do another therapy session with you guys. I never done one this early. It's 10-something in the morning. I just felt compelled to do it. So I jumped up, wrote something down on paper and said, hey, man, I'm going to do part 2 and just get into it. But before I do, I want to pray for our brothers and sisters over there in Jamaica. I love Jamaica, been there several times. I've always felt like home there. Every time I touch the soil, I can feel or breathe. I miss it. I love it. Can't wait to get back there. But please pray for our brothers and sisters who lost their lives, who lost everything. And I think it's time that the world begins to see how much a jewel Jamaica is. It's a place of beauty, of culture. It was part of the transatlantic slaves route, or it was part of it. Our brothers and sisters were held there. So please pray for them. Give if you can. Pray for those who lost their families, and equally pray for those who lost everything. Some of them got to start all over, man. So that hearts and prayers go out to Jamaica, man. Thank you for tuning in, my bro. I'm doing an early one, part 2. I just felt, sometimes I get in the modes, I just jump up, boom. I got to listen to him. 106 said, let's do it. So I'm here, man. And also want to, unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to my uncle's funeral yesterday, Uncle Gene. Family, love y'all. Do. rest in peace, Unc. I think I didn't know a lot about you, but I think I knew enough to say that I think you did almost everything that you wanted to do. You were loved, beautiful children, grandchildren. You lived to be almost 90, if not 90. God bless you. We'll miss you. And like the post of my family said, we'll see you again. Man, let's just get into this episode, man. Part 2, why Black people hate everything about slavery except Christianity. I want to, part 1, address it from one perspective. Part 2, I want to come at it from a different angle, if you will. I want to talk about it as if we never knew anything about Christianity. Like, we never heard about it, never seen it. It wasn't part of our culture. It wasn't part of our world. Yet we were successful. Yet we had a hierarchy. Yes, we had our own spirituality. Yes, we did our things. We had our troubles, but we respected Earth. We knew what to take and what to give back. And so I want to come from it from that perspective, if you will. So follow me a little bit. Spend some time with me. Walk with me. I always leave a popcorn trail so we can find our way back. Let's just get into this, man. I made 3 points from part 1. And the first point was indoctrination. I try to paint a picture where I wanted you guys to understand this in the context that our ancestors had their own religion, their own spirituality, their own culture, their own way of doing things. And imagine being taken and someone keeps forcing something on you. And at first you rebut it. You fight against it. But after a while you give in and now you're indoctrinated. That's the process of being indoctrinated, where I tell you something over and over again, and when you accept it without protest. Hence, our ancestors. But you and I became Christians through tradition. Many of us are Christians not because we chose to be. It was almost like a birthright. You didn't have a choice. Because your great-grandmother and your grandmother and your mother were all Christians, so therefore you were a Christian. That's the first point I brought up. The second point was we were forced to come here. I try to paint that picture of you. Imagine you playing on the playground. Or in today's age, you playing, PlayStation 5 and you talking to your friends and you playing the game and boom, somebody comes and just snatch you up and just take you somewhere you've never been before. And speaking in a language you don't even know what it is. And then they beat you. They rape you. They take your mom away or your dad away. They take the strongest of the black men at that time, and they would tar and feather them. Imagine that, right in front of his son and his wife. What do you think that did to her psychologically? It made her, she forced her son, or she impressed upon him to be physically strong but mentally weak. You get it? So, and then in the midst of all that going on, they handed him a book. And they said, your Savior's in here. The one that's going to take the yoke from your neck is in this book. And you are supposed to be slaves. And you must obey your earthly masters if you want to get to heaven. I need you guys to understand what they did. And then they showed him a picture of a white Jesus and said, here he is. If you need a visual picture, this is what he looks like. Could you imagine what that did to them? Because they knew they could never identify with him because they could never look like him. In fact, he looked just like the ones who captured me, who beat me, who raped me, who sodomized me. who scarred me psychologically. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so I'm just asking the question, why do we hate everything about slavery except Christianity? Why we never questioned it? Why did we never pick it apart, dissect it, learn it, walk with it, to truly understand it? Why? It's the $1 million question, man. And you look around, over 200 something, 400 years have passed. 250 since this country, 260, I believe. And yeah, we've gotten far, but we're still marginalized. We're still less than. We still own less than 1%, even though our ancestors helped build 99% of it. America wouldn't be America if it wasn't for the slaves. Come on, keep it a being, man. And then the third point I raised was you have to question who gave it to you. Who gave you Christianity? And then why? So imagine you have a slave or slaves and you mistreat them and you're getting free labor from them and you're being very successful, you're rich, you're opulent, and you're well known in your community. Man, you're living life. Why in the hell would you give them a book that's going to revolutionize them? Why would you give them a religion that's going to take them out of their present condition? Would you do that? No. Then why would you think they did? You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Christianity isn't right or it's wrong or it's whatever. I'm just asking you to question it. I'm asking you to really pick it apart and say, yeah, this makes sense to me spiritually. Yes, this makes sense to me. But if it doesn't, I'm talking about in here, then maybe you need to question it and walk away from it. It is what it is, man. I didn't say question God, because I heard that somebody just say that. I didn't say question God, I said question Christianity. So I'm going to ask this question, man. Come on, we're in part 2. Does Christianity love you? Does it? What has it done for you? Has Christianity helped you be a better man? Be a better woman? Has it helped you raise your children? Oh, by the way, if you're hungry, can Christianity feed you? Has it gotten us out of this plight in this country? Has Christianity broke generational curses? Has it? I'm not saying that it hasn't. I'm asking you. Tell me, does Christianity love you as much as you love it? What has it done for you? Share your stories. Remember, I'm always looking to interview people. This is a podcast of the people and for the people. Let's keep it a being. Somebody try to attack my character and my brand. It's not going to happen, bro, because I keep it a being. It doesn't mean I'm right all the time. I could take that scene from the Scarface movie. You know what I'm talking about? He said, even when I lie, I tell the truth. I understood what he meant and what he means. In other words, there's so much pollution around me that even though I breathe it in and sometimes it comes out, it doesn't mean I was affected by it. You get it? So even when I lie, I tell the truth. And 106 Keep It a Being is that place for you to plug into. I'm telling you, this is therapy. I get mine. I hope you get yours. And I hate to sound, you know what I mean? Let's keep it a being, bro. You see what's going on? They playing around with SNAP. They don't even want to feed you before the holiday. But yet they get paid. Yet politicians are still getting paid. There's going to be a turkey on their table. I'm not saying there wouldn't be none on yours, and I hope and pray that there is. Trust me, not that I put my stock into Thanksgiving, because that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. The treachery that was done. And now you want to call it Thanksgiving. But anyway, you know, man, you know what's going on. Authoritative, Trump trying to be a king. Trump wants you to call him king, King Trump. Hey, you know what? Maybe we should use reverse psychology. Start calling him a king, and maybe he'll run away. But, I don't know. I digress. I'm sorry. Let me get back to part 2. I apologize for that. So I said, did Christianity love you? What has it done for you? Tell me, what has it done for you? And I know many of you were raised with Christianity. And what I mean was that it was your birthright. You didn't choose it. You didn't wake up one day and say, well, man, maybe I'll be a Catholic, or maybe I'll be a Buddhist or a Muslim or Hindu. I don't know. Maybe I won't be nothing. But you weren't given that choice. You were told you were a Christian, even before you even knew what it was. And all I'm saying is, we hate everything about slavery except Christianity. Let's question it. Please question it. I didn't say leave it. I just said question it. And I didn't say question God. I said question Christianity. The last thing I'm going to say, man, is when God created the heavens and the earth, there was no one there, right? It was just him. So how could Moses write about it? How could he tell the stories of how the earth was formed and created if he wasn't present? Someone had to tell him that, right? Come on, use your intelligence. See, I think we were trained to believe without question. You know what I'm saying? We were trained to believe without questioning. I don't know about you, but I question everything. I talked about that on my other episode. Part 1, I do question everything. I'm sorry, that's just part of my DNA. I told you if you cut me open, then words probably will come out, question everything. He was by himself, so how could Moses write about it? I've often said that the Bible raises more questions than it answers. I've asked this question before too. If the slave and the slave master were both praying to the same God, whose prayers got answered? Did God answer them both, or did he not answer either one? Or did he answer one over the other? Because if they were praying to the same God, whose prayers got answered? They were slaves for over 400 years. Then they were beaten with Jim Crow laws and policies, and gerrymandering, redlining, profiling. Police brutality. Laws designed to keep you locked up, or to get you locked up in the first place. Make prison systems a profitable business, a place where reform and change is supposed to take place. But it's more about profit than it is about reformation. Come on, let's keep it a being, man. But you hated everything about slavery, but you didn't question Christianity. Why? I think all of us, we need to take some time to reflect and understand, why are you a Christian? Why do you believe? You know what I'm saying? Them are questions you have to ask yourself. I can't answer them for you. For me, I believe in God. I do. My son was born. He was 1 pound, 12 ounces. And to make a long story short, the doctor said for me and his mother to say our goodbyes. And I told that man, excuse me, but you don't have the final word. And then when we walked to see my son, and when his mother, she rubbed his finger, and his little finger grabbed her finger, or attempted to, I knew then he would live. So, yeah, I believe in God. I just think that Christianity, or white Christianity, or national Christianity, whatever you want to call it, man, it's been used to manipulate. It's been used to justify their behavior, in particular, or especially towards us. You understand we live in a country where they've never publicly apologized for slavery. And now they want to erase it from the history books because they don't want to be reminded of the guilt or the pain or the travesty that they caused. But how will you ever learn from it if you won't accept it, if you won't expose it, if you won't look at it? None of us asked to be here, but yet we're here. And we're trying to figure this thing out. There is no instructions. I remember one time somebody told me, I was praying, and I said, man, I don't hear him, man. People talk about they hear him all the time. I said, you know what somebody said to me? You're just not patient enough. You're just not, you got too much going on. He been talking to you. I said, man, listen to me. The one who can count the hair on my head, even though I don't have any anymore. You mean tell me if he's speaking, I wouldn't listen. Come on, don't even make sense. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? Make it make sense, man. But that's what they do, bro. And I think a lot of us are brainwashed. We see the truth walk by, but or differences walk by, but yet we're so comfortable. I'm just saying, question Christianity. Question it. Who gave it to you? Why? And does it love you? I know I'm going to get some flack for that. I know some people, oh, he's hating Christianity. He said, challenge God. You never heard me say those words. I said Christianity. I didn't say anything about God. Yeshua. I didn't say anything about Elohim. I said question Christianity. But people are going to come and say that, and it's okay. I'm all right with it, man. Man, I love you guys. I do, man. I hope you like part 2, man. I talk about these things because obviously I care about them, and I care about you. I know when I woke up, because me, man, if racism happened around me in my little neighborhood, I guess I just ignored it. And I played with everybody, loved everybody. But, ate in her house. We played with them. I'm talking about white kids. Like they were my brothers and sisters, man. Matter of fact, my best friend was, my best friend, I was best friends with his sister before him. But then she died, and then him and I became best friends, if that's possible. But it wasn't until I became an adult, man, that I seen that same kid who I was raised with. My cousin even had a couple of kids with his cousin. And one day his younger sister was going through it with some young man, and he was telling me the story. And I was like, man, yeah, man, she gonna have to, figure it out. And you know what his whole issue was? Because it was a black man. Man, that blew me away. In fact, I told him, bro, you got to get away from me, man, because I might do something to you right now. But other than that, man, I was naive and I was indoctrinated, traditionalized, and I didn't want to see the truth out there or the differences out there. And then you wake up, man, you say, wow, just like in The Matrix, man. Or that movie where you put the glasses on and you can see the aliens. You know what I mean? You see all the celebrities that's going on in this world, man. But, man, I love you guys, man. That was part 2 of why we hate everything about slavery except Christianity. Hope you got something from it. My purpose is not to get you to leave Christianity or come to Christianity. My purpose is just to get you to question it, to get you to, fully understand it and find out, does it love you? Because if you're in a relationship with something, you want some love, right? It can't be one-sided and it's not reciprocated. I don't know, man. My next episode, I think you'll like this one. I definitely got to talk about it. I'm a slave to it. I admit it. I told you we keep it a being. The title is, Why Can't We Let Go? In other words, why can't you walk away from that person that you know is not good for you? Not that they're bad, they're just not good for you. Why can't you walk away from that job that you know is horrible? Why can't you walk away from just relationships, man, that you know? The honeymoon's over and the truth is out and the main character is doing their thing and you see what it is and you don't like it. Why can't we walk away? We just keep trying and trying. Trust me, bro. I wish I could, been more like my brother who passed away, that nigga, I'll never forget, man. We was somewhere and we was talking about something and he said, you know what, man, I just realized something. I said, what? He said, I'm that nigga. I said, what? That nigga, at the time, this nigga wasn't working. Probably had about 5 or 6 women. He was doing his thing. But this nigga gonna tell me he was that nigga. And so I said, wow, man. And so when he, went home and left us, I kind of took that over, man. And I stand on that. I say it all the time. I'm that nigga. People that in my circle, they know I say that all the time, man. Not that I'm better, I'm just different. But happy belated birthday, Ron. I love you, bro. I did a swig for you. I did. I was with some strangers, but I did. I was at a bar in Duran. Watched the Steelers game there, and I had a really, really good time. Thank you, Nautica. I met a nice young lady, Nautica, man. Beautiful spirit, beautiful young lady. Big heart, man. I can't wait to interview her. She has a story to tell. Kudos to you, Nautica. And Allison, I think. Not Allison. Oh, I can't remember the name. I apologize, sweetheart. But, man, kudos to y'all, man. Thank you. And thank you for anybody who recently subscribed to 106 Keep It a Bean. Please keep telling your people, bro. Tell your people in the barbershop to check out 106 Keep It a Bean. We're going to keep it funky. We're going to keep it fresh. We're going to talk about some things that are uncomfortable. It is what it is. Like I told you, next one's coming out. Why can't we walk away? And then the one after that, I think you'll really like. It's called Life, and I'm going to talk about my life and how it, the things that I've experienced and seen, and the transformations and the ups and the downs and life, man. Because I told you, life has its own agenda. Life ain't worried about you. Life knows its assignment, and it got to do with, it's not worried about your feelings. It's not worried about your wants. It ain't worried about your desires because it already knows what it needs to do. Just like I said, the earth, people talk about global warming. I don't call it that. I think the earth is sick. I think that the earth is hurting and it's trying to fix itself. Before, it used to worry about our comforts, our wants and desires. Now it doesn't care. So now you're going to get weather, one place that you didn't see before. You're going to get storms, earthquakes, and things like that. Because the earth is healing itself. It's renewing itself. You ain't got to believe me. But yeah, man, love talking to you guys. Love chopping up with you, man. Love this therapy session, man. Remember, always send me ideas of stuff you want me to talk about. I'll talk about them. I'll research them a little bit, and you can get on here, with some sense of intelligence and sensibility and some knowledge about it. And man, you guys, please tune in to Soul Connection, man. You know, I thank God I met her, man. I say it all the time. I always give her flowers, man. I learned so much from her. Her inspiration, her relentlessness, her passion, her heart, you know, for her podcast, Soul Connection. SLIM stands for Self-Love is Mandatory. And, man, please check her out on YouTube and Facebook, I believe. Soul Connection, that's with 2 L, Soul LL Connection. Check her out, man. I think that's all for me, man. This is a Tuesday, 11 o'clock in the morning, man. I'm just relaxing, chilling, washing clothes, cleaning up a little bit, you know, just enjoying my day off. I'm probably going to go see some friends later. That's about it, man. I love you guys, man. Please keep tuning in. Please keep telling your friends. 106, keep it a beam, man. You know what I always say. Be true to yourself. Oh, last thing. You know I'm wearing a shirt. Gun violence is a pandemic. I call it a pandemic. I know it's a disease. I know guns don't kill people. People with guns do. I understand that. So we definitely got to deal with mental health. But it's a disease, and the cure is love. Because, see, if I love you, I don't want to kill you. May want you to hurt, but I don't want to kill you. Can we stop making a gun our first choice? You know, why, if I got a conflict with you, why the first thing I want to do is reach for my gun? Why? Why can't we talk it out? You know, it was a time you put your hands up, best man won, and in most cases you became friends afterward. And now we want to kill. Now we want to shoot. So come on, man. Y'all post this on your page, man. Gun violence is a pandemic. Come on, man. Can y'all do that for me? 106 Keep It Being post. Gun violence is a pandemic. And today is also voting day, too, man. Get out and vote, man, and tell these politicians, you know, the lawmakers. Gun violence is a pandemic, man. But let me get out of here, man. Like I said, be true to yourself. Be true to him. Walk with purpose, and more importantly, walk with love. This is Tiger from 106 Keep It a Bean. I love you guys, man. Until next time. Therapy session is over.